Hello and welcome to the Dosimeter dashboard tutorial for Scienterra ultraviolet dosimeters. I'm going to open up the dosimeter dashboard. This is a graphical user interface for making the operation of the dosimeters easy. It's separated into three primary areas. The area in the top left is all about the operations. The pane on the left-hand side is all about the settings within the badge, and the pane on the right-hand side is all about the data. There's an optional fourth pane. If you go to Help, Show Activity, this is the activity window. It's not required, but it shows you a little bit more detail about what's going on inside the workings. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to say connect to the Cradle. You can either do that through the Cradle drop-down menu, or you can do it just by pressing this button, Please Connect to Cradle. I'm going to say scan serial ports. What that's doing is it's running through all of the serial ports that are enumerated on this computer until it finds one. It says Cradle detected. It's automatically connected, so I hit OK. Cradle detected on COM9. This is all automatically happening now. It's downloaded the Cradle firmware version and the Cradle time and date. Now the time and date differs slightly from what the computer thinks the proper time and date are, so there's a warning here. This will happen if it's more than 1 minute off of the computer time. To fix that, all you have to do is go to Cradle, set time and date, and sync to computer. It will adjust the Cradle time to the computer time, and the warning disappears. The next thing to do is to please insert badge. So I'm going to take a badge and insert it into the Cradle. When the battery is fresh and the device sits all the way down in the Cradle, occasionally the handshake does not work. You have to lift the device up and perch it to attenuate the signal. And I'm going to click either here or there. It says searching. Badge detected. The next thing that happens is all of the settings from the badge are downloaded into the badge status pane. There are also settings that are put into the badge schedule pane and the integration time and the calibration. This badge happens to have a time that is not the same as the Cradle time. To fix that, all you have to do is say synchronize to the Cradle. The next thing that I want to do is take the data from the badge and display it. I'm going to do that, I'm going to press Read Data. As the data comes off of the badge, there's a status bar which shows how much of the data you have read from that badge. When it's done reading the data, it spits the output files out onto the hard drive. When the output files are ready, you can browse among them by clicking on Raw, Tabular, or Graph. This all shows the same data, but in different formats. The graphical data allows you to investigate details. For example, if you want to look at a wider area of this region, instead of a width of 200, let's modify that to be a width of 700. And now you can look in detail at that region. The next thing that you may want to do is redeploy the badge to gather more data. You can do that by either hitting the Deploy hot button right there, or go to Automation Deploy. Before I do deploy, I'm going to check the options to find out what my deployment options are. The daily start time, stop time, measurement intervals, thresholds, and other options are all here. If I want to synchronize the time, I will leave this checked. Suppose that I don't want to erase the old data. Uncheck that. If I want the badge to measure as soon as I remove it from the Cradle, I will click on the Activate Upon Exit. Click OK, and now click Deploy. After reading badge info is all done, then you know that the badge is finished. All you have to do now is remove the badge and insert your next one.